Hey loved ones, how are you, my sweet okay, so for some reason it was on Snapchat, and Snapchat wanted to make a video too, and I was like, what's happening? So much, I need to share things out. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this beautiful intention that in our journeys we acknowledge our self-worth, and that we see into the explorations of I can, I am worthy, and work through the integrations of finding oneself in the soul journey. So I'm going to turn up some of my new music I've just posted. Take a moment to visualize those who are present. I'm available for readings, healings. If you need help, I welcome you to this. I'm going to be doing, pick a number between 1 and 5. So if you'd like to do that, maybe 1 and 10 is what I wanted to do. If I had moments to do that. So we'll see how far we get before I get busy. Take a moment to breathe in deeply to the heart, soul center. If you want to have a message or a card, that's $5. Take Cash App and PayPal as well. And if you are seeking to have healing, just let me know, acknowledge that, and I'd be happy to shine some light. Bringing in the intentions of purity within the heart, soul experiences. Working through that heart acceptance of self-love. It's a fun one. Okay. Hi, beloveds. Thank you for joining. It's beautiful to see you on there. Take a moment to go into your soul's experiences of love, Almakaya hope. Hi, thank you for wanting to come on. How many of you have always dreamt of this beautiful, pure love relationship that just loves you as you are? And you could just love each other as you are. I look at it as everyone that we interact with, we should love that way. And when we love each other that way, we attract that relationship to us. We attract that experience to us. And it's really very healthy in the experiences. You kiss me and hold me tightly. Here we go. Start on my Hi, Malcolm. Thank you. You're such a great student. I really enjoyed teaching you. Thank you for loving me. That's so That's right. I'm gonna do the cards soon. I just wanted to let this song play before I go into the cards. Okay, that's enough. Alright, so if you want to pick a number between 1, just wants to complete before I turn it off. So I'm going to do pick a number between 1 and 10. I might get to 8 and be like, okay, that's enough. We'll see. Because I'm hyperactive, it's hard to get me to just sit still for that long. So that's my real reason. I have a lot of work to do, and it's a lot to take minutes out to do these kinds of videos. So I love you, and this is why I'm coming on. Because I love you each very deeply, and I'm here and bring the light. Love this song. This one just came from my soul. I didn't have to write it. It was all out there. Love you, I do. Promise I will never leave you, and that's me. And those here. Okay, ready? You're like, what is up with you? I am not human. I do not pretend to be human. But I'm going to give you some readings, 1 to 10. I'm going to see if I can handle it. If I can't, I apologize. I'm going to do it as long as I possibly can feel comfortable doing it. I might move around a lot in my seat because I don't, because I get uncomfortable sitting in one position and my energy is like, ooh, and I'm like, whoa, I'm like totally like. All right, ready? So if you chose number 1. Number 1 says that you have been looking through the goggles, like looking through the looking glass, but your fears are not at their worst. They've improved. So I see about 4 years, climbing uphill journey to get through that, working on that. It does look like there's a scroll being handed over soon. I see about 2.3 weeks. Wait for the retrograde to clear out, and then look inside the looking glass again. But when you do it, make sure you're focusing on your inside of you. Yeah, that's deep. Okay, if you chose number 2, oh, it shows changing of seasons inside of the consciousness. So there's certain modes of you if you chose number 2. I'm not saying like it's like multiple personality or any like medicated needed spectrum necessarily. It looks like battling your own goodwill to maintain yourself, your structure inside of your heart space. It's like you're climbing up the ladder and then you fall because there's other stepping stones that have to be placed there because of the friendships that are around you and the ones that you chose to have with you around you. You have to be really careful, be conscious. In the deliverance of your soul, your heart, your consciousness, and your vessel. Because there's moments now, if you chose number 2, that you have to start to speak like blowing bubbles to them. Like, you know, bubbles are beautiful. Like, if folks see bubbles, what are they gonna do? They're like, oh, there's bubbles, and they're gonna like try it if they're not traumatized from bubbles. If you don't have any bubble trauma, then it's a great plan. But it's like visualizing the bubbles coming into the sphere of, or the space of communicating to others so that they can actually hear you and comprehend you, so that your own inner fear, pain, and suffering from the past relationships and past experiences aren't throwing energy cords to the others, to from those like a connected cable, like a telephone wire or something, of energy to those who may be vacant and open for that. And for your path, you have to acknowledge who are those open vessels that are able to attack you, and how to not allow them to interact in a integrative way that causes devastation. Other than the reality of you have an integration of communication, that doesn't say you have to bleed energy onto each other. That doesn't say that you have to negotiate your own heart, soul, consciousness, and values to tolerate getting disrespected from those sorts of energies, even in a sense of survival. Find where we draw the line. Honestly. Some of you saw a video, and it's if you chose number 2. I'm not going to go into details of my own experiences right now because we're doing this fast so I don't get distracted. Okay. So if you chose number 3, looking to the north, and I'm seeing that there's like a Nordic. Tell me what it is again. A Nordic moon. So there's a specific moon. It's a path where the boats sailed go north. Along the ways of the passages that the Nordic folk travel. If you chose number 3, you have to go towards the north. Look in the north direction. If you've been looking for a store, if you've been looking for a business, if you've been looking for a friend, a family member, a furry loved one, a feathered loved one, the correct path, maybe you're driving right now and you're listening to this or watching this at some point, shows going toward the north. In the direction of the north, when you rise, specifically when you wake up, facing the north, and in the north, touch the feet. If you can reach your feet, if you can't reach your feet, focus energy towards your feet. And the crown, washing in the soul. And in the entire while, you're visualizing the energetic vessel, not the physical vessel, but the energetic vessel, because the energetic vessel can relieve the swelling, can relieve the tension, can relieve the pain, can help shine healing through the entire vessel. The more that we charge ourselves with light, the easier it is for us to function. And each of us have a soul of light, so then it makes sense. You comprehend our molecular structure craves the energy of our soul, because our soul is what keeps us functioning in our vessel. We have a will to be and exist. It's less likely to get possessed by tons of other beings, unless of course that's your path. Some beings come in to do that, but not everybody, mostly not anybody. And it's not, well, I guess now there's probably like 13% that I've noticed in creation to allow that to happen, and not allow, they just kind of have that happen. But they're also working on heart healing, and they have their own soul journey and their own contracts. Each of us have contracts, yeah? So if you chose number 3, being conscious, your lips, your words, your actions are being watched, your mouth. Careful what you say, careful for what you speak, especially if it's negative. Shows being thankful for the blessings. I walked outside today. I see the fruits on the trees. I'm thankful that the fruits are able to be created. What I am not thankful for is the chemical weapons that were used to taint those fruits and cause them to have a different type of black mold on them that they never had in the past. Or the different types of gnats that have been showing up in the neighborhoods. And the fact that they kept trying to put chemical traps on my trees, and I had to keep removing them and throwing them in the road until they finally stopped. Because because I did not give them permission. I rather called them and said no. So you see, I'm thankful for my trees enough that I will stand up for them. I'm thankful for my life enough so that I stand up for it. I'm thankful for my children enough so that I provide for them. I'm thankful for creation enough so that I'm working on solutions to save our planet, the other planets, as well as all creation and inhabitants. I love all of the multi-realms of beings who love us. Every root, every seed, every being. I sustain the solution of consciousness to allow myself to forgive and move forward with thankfulness. And you should be very careful with what you say if you chose number 3. Because there are healers here who are real. If you chose number 4, show stability in the core. Let me see, I want to reach in here and get a crystal. I want a crystal now, too. I wonder if I took them all out. No, I have one in here. I have to. Where's my crystals? I'm okay. I'm not gonna cry. Oh, there it is. I was like, yay! Yay! Okay, this one wants to be read if you chose number 4. As a messenger, working with sacred divine galactic light council energy vibrations of the waters, the Urus, the realms of the Urus. There's different places like Delphina, Pleiades. Delphina is near the dog star too. There's a lot of planetary beings. I think it's not called dog star, it's called K9 something. But there's also the Lyrans, there's a lot of locations. And what the crystal being says is that in the truth of being the truest soul that one is destined to be, that there are no compromises to the decisions of one's own fortune of existing. This existence is created to be free and creative, to laugh, to love, to peace, to heal, to grow. And the idealization of not being a purpose is not an option. If choosing number 4, the message is to be of action, to be a messenger, to wane not, and to heed not away from that action or path because of others' concerns and distractions or judgments or others' paths that are intertwined with yours, telling you not to do what you are destined to do because they don't want you to go out. They don't want you to go out and save lives. Do you know what? I honestly have bodyguards who come with me and they try to stop me from saving others. I've stood in between fist fights, told them to stop, and they stopped. I've went in and I've interceded when there's domestic violence, just walking on the streets, or even child violence from parents. I will stand right next to them and start singing. I'm not kidding you. Don't whip your child. Don't beat your child. Don't drag your child by the arm like it's a dog. What the hell is wrong with you? But instead of going off on them, because I am, some call it, it's not hood, it's not ghetto, it's just, East Oakland or Oakland kind of vibes, some moments. So I have to be really careful when I feel like that. So I'd rather sing to address the frequency rather than encourage confrontation, which I'm not seeking to do with somebody who's already angry, hurting their own child who they actually love and care about. Yeah. So if you're choosing number 4, be a messenger, be someone who's using consciousness in the moments that you have to, and be careful doing it. If you chose number 5, hold on, let me do really fast a beautiful blessing. And healing to sink through the throat chakra and the left frontal lobe if you've been having headaches, and through the back. Also, I see some logging on who need healing. All right, I'm gonna do healing soon too. So let me get to 10 or close to 10. Okay. Number 5. My legs, my body. If you chose number 5, let's see. Pink saffron shows root healing, root working with the root energy, pulling it up to the heart space. So, and then to the cerebral cortex. So I want you to do a deep practice. If you chose number 5, take a moment to take a deep breath through the center, to the heart, to the throat, to all the eyes, to the crown, to the upper crown, above the physical, to the spine, to the back of the heart, around the wings, around the entire vessel, and breathe it in again. Okay. If you chose number 6, I almost was about to go into something totally other. See? I'm like, hey everybody. Okay, if you chose number 6, I'm doing good though. I'm being calm. Ooh, I like this. That's not for 6, that's for me? No, is that for 6? No, it's not for 6. Oh, there's a word. Wow. The word that fell on my lap for number 6, I want you to look up who Lalibela. Look up the name Lalibela. It was in Ethiopia. It was a being from Ethiopia. Different name than when it was there. I don't think it was called Ethiopia then. Maybe it was, but it's a different translation. So I'm not saying it proper to honor the name. I apologize. I have to relearn or remember. And the being's name is Lalibela. And I would like you to research what was the rising and what was the fall of that creature. And you will see that there was an arrogance about it that did not care about others but cared more about itself. And with the number 6, it reminds us that there's the integration of the crown into the womb experience. So we're looking at crown to womb experience. What does that say? That says that there is intentional functionality that's working through the integrations to love others as if you are their parent, but where you're coming from may be from a place of scarcity, maybe from a place of past suffering, and what you have to do, what would have been helpful for Lalibela, if Lalibela was conscious of that, is being more compassionate to oneself. Be compassionate to oneself and be compassionate to each other. Find an integration that does not sabotage your creativity because you're too busy trying to rule others and tell others how to run things and do things, and feels like you're doing something good to protect your relationship with others to look good in their eyes, but in reality you're causing harm to others, and that's not healthy for them or for you in the long run, because then those who you're telling that to, when maybe you actually need the same kind of help, they're going to treat you the same way that you taught them to treat others. And that's not a very friendly experience to go through. It's part of that energy, healing, transformation, transmutation of what's not needed, transformation and integration to what is actually needed, and the full throttle of the experiences necessary to orchestrate the self-wellness, self-healing, self-acknowledgement, no longer working from a trauma place or a trigger place or a reaction-based place, but from a place of integration, calm, like letting others speak